Don't worry, Ava. I'm with Ava and Lucy from Teambridge. First 2 games in the under-13s Youth Netball Premier League. Didn't go to plan. It was 2 games, 2 losses. The first game against AP Saints, a team that you're kind of building a small little rivalry with. Let's start with that one. Started very well, 3-0 up within 30 seconds or 45 seconds. I was thinking, wow, it's going to be a good day at the office for Teambridge. And then what happened? Because it seemed like they got stronger, whereas you got weaker. What was the shift? Why did that happen?
We've really struggled with attitude and mindset, and we really did struggle. Everyone's heads just dropped. Once they scored a goal, it just literally dropped from a 4 up, and it was just
Smooth cross a bit.
It was just rubbish.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
No, I can't disagree with you to a certain extent because it looked like, right, you're the shooter. You're Ava, who was defending against you, is very aggressive, very full on. Do you feel you did enough to combat her aggression?
I think that she got in our heads. She's very good. She got in our heads. We let her run all over us.
But why did you allow that to happen as a shooter? Because you in the further you go in your netball career, the more that you're going to get. It seemed like you allowed it to get on top of your game, and you and your other shooter didn't have a good day at the office really when it comes to shooting. Insight into how you were feeling during that game?
I think she's very, very clear, and she's got she's amazing. I think once she kept getting interceptions and kept getting rebounds, just gets into the head, she's better, and it's quite hard to come back from that. And unfortunately, I think just a mixture of bad attitude in a way on court, mistakes, and just not very good shooting today allowed AP Saints to get a very convincing win, which was not kind of what we were expecting. We thought it was going to be a lot closer than that. So we move on to Magic. So a team that comes 6th last season in the league, you come joint top but come second on goal difference. So on paper, we was expecting you girls to bounce back and get that win. Unfortunately for you, Magic didn't play particularly well their first game, and they've come out in that game determined to right their wrong. And it didn't seem to get going from the first quarter up to the last quarter. So Ava, give us an insight into why the Magic game didn't really go to plan.
We let them get in our heads. They wanted to get in our heads. They wanted to push us around. Look at our arm. That one. I've been punched in the face. I was punched in the face, and we let that get to us. We came off every quarter. Oh, they did this, they did that. No, we can't.
Is it because so they were just being were they so determined that these things were just happening?
Yeah, they come. Once they got in our heads, and everyone was just moaning. But you can't think that as you progress, you're just going to get more and more feisty. You can't just let it get to you.
Because then I noticed during the Magic game, it's a bit of squabbling.
Yeah.
Once you held onto the ball and someone was squabble at that person. In the team talks during the game, what was said, what was happening to try and change? Because you were still in the game up until the 4th quarter. It could have changed. Why didn't it change? Why did you? It got going a little bit, then you faltered again.
We're not, because we're not all tight. We've had 7 in Bay. We haven't had our full team, and we've had a girl that we've never played with, and we've said that to our coach that it's hard.
Yeah.
But we just got to keep going. But it is hard, and especially when they have loads of players on the side, and they do get in your head, and it just makes everything worse. And that we didn't try our best at the end. We let it get to us.
You do live quite far away,
We're not the biggest town.
Well, it's not even that. It's like and it's hard to get support.
Yeah.
Do you always find you're on the back foot? Because most teams always have more support. So you've got parents, you've got the coaching teams. Do you always find that you're always fighting against?
It's quite doubting. You feel like if they have loads of people, then they're motivated.
already. If like your parents are home, it's quite hard to like think.
Because I was thinking that during the game, so how much of an impact does it have when Magic are doing well and you can feel that energy from the parents
And the coach is very
and the coach, and then you score and there's not really a lot happening. So, as players, would you love to hear that kind of roar of the crowd to keep you motivated?
And I don't think we're liked by many teams. When we play now, we're like, 80%, so that team's like, come on, 80%.
No, and I stopped that as well, by the way. But it wasn't a great day at the office because I know what you're about, and I've seen you play a lot better, and that's why and that's why probably you're disappointed, and from my perspective, I'm disappointed for you because you can do better than that.
I'm very disappointed because I've put a lot and said a lot to the girls about because I said this is going to happen. What happened today if we don't do this, and nothing has happened.
So all in all, where do you go from here? You've lost your first 2 games. The league doesn't get any easier for you because of the teams in this league. Because the teams that replace the teams that got relegated are a lot stronger than ones that got relegated. Do you feel you're still good enough to get top 4?
We can, we can. But it's just the smallest, there's a couple of people on our team that even said, "Oh, we're going to lose, we're going to lose." Like, you cannot say that as a team. As a team sport, you cannot say that. If you say that, it puts everyone's heads down because if you say we're going to lose, you don't believe in one person, the other person, which basically
I understand, and I played sport, and it's like a virus. Once that attitude gets filtered through.
Like I have it in like football, and it's just horrible.
Well, enjoy your journey home. Don't be too down because we all have bad days at the office.
Yeah.
So get over it, move on, and we'll see you again next time, and hopefully you can get your first wins.
Yeah.
Well done, girls.